some context. I could use a 3D environment, but I think it's just better if I show you how to create your own environment from scratch. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to pull and I think it's just better if I show you how to create your own environment from scratch. I'm going to make sure the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to big enough. So it's going to be something like 4 meters by another 4 meters and by around 3 meters. So this is going to be my room, the living room, and I'm gonna lock it in space, so now I can't grab it. And I'm now here inside the room. So let's put some furniture here. So the first thing, if we're creating a living room, is of course a sofa. So sofa right there. As you can see, putting stuff in there is very simple. I'm going to put a human. I usually just put a human all the time just to make sure that everything makes all the sizes and everything makes sense. So now I know that the sofa was a bit too small. All right, that's all right. Okay, so now we're gonna need a table, maybe table, something like that. It's okay. Maybe someone sitting on that couch would be fine. That's fine. Okay. What else? Okay. All right. So something to put the TV on. That's all right. Now let's create a little TV. So a good size one. Okay, that's a nice one. All right, yeah, that sounds fine. Let's put some shelves. Whoop. Okay, that's enough. That's too big. Something like this. Shelf. Nice. Maybe. Oh, it's for table. Nice. Like a little comfy chair right there. That's all right. Like dog bed for the dog. That's all right. Little table here maybe. What else? Something for the coats. Right there. That's fine. Now let's create like a little door. Okay, door. Bam. As you can see, everything is quite not technical. So it's just all about just like putting stuff where it should be, and everything is extremely natural. So I think this is like a pretty decent environment to start designing. Oh, there's something we could do actually. Is like we can add a light. Let's add a color light, like something like this. Fine. All right. Okay. Let's change the intensity to something a bit more cozy. Okay. That's enough, I think. All right. So one thing that I'm gonna do now, because this is supposed to be the background, just the context. I'm going to just change the color of everything to something darker. A bit darker, maybe. Oh, hold on. Yeah, my light changed color as well. That's all right. Okay, here we are. I think we're good now. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to do now, I'm going to lock everything so I don't actually touch it by mistake, because I'm going to focus on what I really want, that is the actual UI. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create like a black thingy. So in here, I'm going to put like the list of movies, pretty much. Something like this. And as you can see, if I want to see how big this is or how far it is, I can just like put myself next to this guy and I can see how this is gonna look. I don't have to work on that size because I can zoom in and out like in a very super simple way. Okay, so I think that this is kind of all right. So I'm going to change the radius of that a little bit more actually. I want that completely rounded. I think that's fine. And I'm going to put things in here, a few movie posters. I got these posters from an AI, actually. This one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So they are actually not really movie posters. They just look like them, which is awesome. But if you take a look at them, they are not actually, real posters or real images. They just look like it, which is, mental. All right. So something like this. Again, as you can see, they are not aligned perfectly, but it doesn't matter because right now, this is not what I'm looking for. Maquette is just a prototyping tool, and it's all about expressing the idea, so I don't have to care too much about alignment, sizes, and being perfect. This is not about this. It's just like prototyping something real quick so we can express an idea and we can iterate on that idea. So yeah, something like this is all right. Okay, so we have now like a little menu, which is pretty nice, but because this is 3D, I recommend just let's just add a little bit of distance between the actual movie posters and this surface, and it adds a lot inside. Okay, so now we are going to create like this selected movie. Okay, so for that I'm going to use this border thing. This selected movie is going to be this one, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, something like this. A bit less. All right. Now I'm going to change the size of that. A little bit of radius, maybe. Yeah, a little bit of stroke. That's all right. And again, I'm going to just do that because it adds a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna need this is selected, and I'm gonna need all the description and all the data from there. So I'm going to use another black square, and I'm gonna snap it there. So I'm using the same orientation, and it's gonna be something like that. I think that makes sense actually. I'm gonna use the gimbal now to just change the rotation on that axis, and we're pretty good here. A bit of radius, just a little bit. That's too much. That's fine. That's all right. We can also change the transparency of it. So let's do something transparent. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. So now let's add this in here. This is going to be our selected picture. That is pretty good. Ooh, that's it. A bit. Yeah. Okay, and now we are going to add some text. So I'm thinking that probably we are going to need a title here. Boom. Title. We have a Lorem Ipsum generator here, so this is just like a Lorem Ipsum title. And description here, if I press this several times, I will get a nice text. That's fine, and I'm gonna change the color a little bit. That's all right. Okay, this is looking good. All right, actually I'm gonna change the size a little bit. Something like that. As you see, adjusting sizes is pretty straightforward. And now in here, I'm gonna put a few icons, let's say a couple of icons. Right, so in here we have all the images, but we have the maquette library, where you can find like a bunch of icons. There are really a lot of them. I'm going to use this guy because I think it's kind of related to movies, right? So it's gonna be there. That's all right. And the other one, this one, boom, boom, smaller, smaller, smaller. Again, you don't have to worry about being exact. This is not what Maquette is about. All right, it's all about expressing yourself. Okay, so again, let's create a little thingy there. That's all right. Okay, border size, something like that. Radius, yes, please. That's pretty good, but it's not great. So, okay, let's fiddle a little bit with it. That's better. Okay, again, because we are in 3D, we can do stuff like this. So we can actually add a little bit there. Actually, I'm going to duplicate that thing because I really like it. Whoops, sorry. Okay, and I'm going to use that in here. I think that will look cool. I'm actually improvising. It's like this is what you should do. That's why we created Maquette, so you can actually improvise as well while you're doing this. Okay, yeah, that looks better. A bit more radius, I think. Yeah, and now we can fiddle a little bit with this. Right on. Okay, and look at this. This is pretty neat. Actually, like now we can actually put the next picture goes here like that, and yeah, this one goes there, and we're gonna need a couple of more icons, maybe this guy. Okay, right on. Bam and bam. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, as you can see, like we created this in nearly 10 minutes, and yeah, like now you have a pretty, you know, it's not amazing, but it's a pretty good UI that you created, and it's all 3D from scratch. And yeah, like this is an actual UI that you can now go ahead, create a video out of it, and you can share this UI with your peers. So this UI is proven that it's readable because you actually tried it, and it's totally readable. You can just like press it with your hand in case you are using HoloLens 2 or something like that. It's a, you know, pretty decent UI that would have taken ages to actually do something like this in Illustrator, and then you go to Unity or somewhere to actually, you know, iterate in this kind of design. And here we iterated in nothing, in 10 minutes. So yeah, here's that. So that's why I think Maquette is a super powerful tool that you should include in your current design toolset.
Woo! That was intense. Alright, so I hope that you learned something today. If you're looking forward to learn more, you can always go to our YouTube page where you can find a lot of new tutorials. Also, if you have any feedback, we are always looking to improve, so just keep in touch with us. And yeah, that's all for today. So yeah, have a good one, guys.
All right, wow. Thank you so much, Ricardo, for this cool talk. That was so much fun. I You can see all the clap emojis, the love emojis. I think they really love my cat. What do you think?
Yay! Well, thank you guys.
Yeah. Awesome. So we're going to be taking questions. So the way we're going to take questions today is slightly different from yesterday, depending on which sessions you came. So this is going to be easier, which I love. I'm just turning on the allow hand raises button, which means now on the right of your screen, you will see a little hand there that says raise hand. And then you can click that. And then automatically Altspace is going to have a little queue, and then I can put you live on air for everyone. I recommend, I'm going to start putting people live, but I recommend you come over to this side of the stage or to the other side, like come to one of the sides, one of the hallways, so that it's very easy to see you. And people in all the rooms will be able to hear. Also, I'll ask you, Ricardo, to repeat the question, okay? Because if someone's having some audio issues, they can hear the question very well, okay?
Sure.
So the first person is going to be Dennis. So Dennis, if you can come to the side, I'm going to put you on air right now. Oh, there's Dennis. Hello. Dennis, you should be able to unmute yourself now and start talking. I don't think I can hear you, Dennis.
Oh.
We'll get back to Dennis. I'm going to go to the next person, which is Steven, and then put you very soon again, okay? Just hold on there. Actually, Steven left the queue, so we have Jeff. Let me put Jeff here. So Jeff, if you can show up on the sides. There you go. We got Jeff.
Hi.
Hey, Jeff.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, I have a question about sharing the experience. Say if you wanted to review the design you created with a client or with your boss or what have you, how do you envision a joint review of this 3D content?
Yeah. So this is a feature that we have totally been exploring. And this is something that we want to add in the future, that's for sure. But so far, we found out that in these kind of meetings, when you are showing something to a client, to the rest of your team, people most likely don't have a VR headset because you are with more people in a room, and the usual environment usually have just like a TV or something, like a projector or something. And we have prepared Maquette for these kind of environments. So in Maquette, we have a companion window that kind of helps people to present something inside VR to other people, like an audience that is just like watching the stuff on a TV. But yeah, definitely, this is something that we want to work in the future. And yeah, our plans is at some point release an experience where you can share with other people inside VR. But it's still on the roadmap. But yeah. Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Unmute then. Or on. Okay, I'm not hearing any sound from anyone right now.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so yeah, I'm putting some people live here. The next person, so we have a lot of people here on the line. Next person is Michael SZ. So Michael SZ, if you can show up on one of the sides. Hey, Michael.
Right here. Hi. So first of all, thanks for the talk. Really liked it. I have one question. Is it possible to simulate additive rendering like we have on HoloLens too, for instance? Because I really can't count the times that some designers send me designs for a UI on HoloLens with black backgrounds where I had to tell them, well, black doesn't show up on HoloLens at all. Was Ricardo gone? Can't see him anymore.
Where's Ricardo? I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look if Ricardo is around. Seems like Ricardo has left us for a little second. Let's see what's up. It might be some technical difficulties on his side. It's okay. Unfortunately I don't know too much about my cat, so I can't answer that question for Ricardo. I am actually learning as much as you all in this talk. My specialty is in the shell. I work on HoloLens, but not on my cat. So let's wait until Ricardo comes back. But otherwise, I can entertain or answer questions about other things in HoloLens.
Okay, then I'll step back here.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is the following. While we're waiting for Ricardo, and once again, sorry for this little technical snag, I'm going to put the next person in line, and maybe I can help with the question in the meantime, and we'll go back to you, Michael, once Ricardo's back, okay?
Right.
So the next person I have here is Liana. So, Liana, I'm going to put you on air if you want to show up.
Sorry,
I got a message there.
No, sorry.
No problem. So let's go to the next person. So Ricardo is coming back. I got a message from my super awesome moderators. So let me just take this moment to thank my moderators for helping with this. This is great. They're keeping everyone, and listening. Okay, the next person is OMZ. So OMZ, if you want to show up on one of the sides, ask your question. OMZ?
Hi.
Hey
there. So my question is, I was hoping to get a sort of a brief description of exporting the scene out of there and sort of implementing into Unity. Like, what is a best practice there?
That's going to be another question for Ricardo, of course. I can tell you a little bit because I have used Maquette for that, and it works really well. So I don't know the best practices, but I know that Maquette has a really good Unity export, and it creates a Unity scene. One thing about the Unity scene created by Maquette, on my experience, is that the performance is not exactly optimized. So you can use it to as a reference so that you can position your Unity objects on top of your Maquette objects. And then when you're done positioning, just like your prototype, you can go and delete your Maquette objects from the scene and then use your other objects. So it's just, I don't know the exact details, once again, the technical details, but I can tell you that Maquette was not designed to be an end, like a final production tool. Maquette, as Ricardo said many times on the video, is really a prototyping tool, and it's really useful so that you can, put things in the space and check how they look and so on. But it wasn't designed with having high performance at runtime in mind and things like that. While it's definitely possible, I think when you're optimizing for a device like HoloLens that has its own, or even VR that has its own performance constraints, you probably want to squeeze every inch of performance you can. So using a prototyping tool for the final product might not be ideal. So it's really great. So you can export to Unity and then you can use it as a reference to align your real objects. Cool. If you want to follow up with Ricardo, we'll ask when he's back. In the meantime, I have another question. So the next question is going to be from Hissam or Hissam. I don't know what's your actual name. Please come here, Hissam, for your question. All right. We don't seem to hear you. You are unmuted though, so if you have a microphone, we should be able to hear you. Having trouble with microphone. If you'd like, you can also text a message to me. You can send a message by looking at me and sending a text, and then I will read out your question if you'd like. So I'm gonna move over to the next one, which is Amsu Asari. We'll go back to you, Hissam, if you get your microphone figured out. So the next one is Amsu Asari.
Hi. It's actually really good to be here. Wonderful panel, by the way. I just wanted to ask if somebody could PM me the link to that video. I was sitting here 15 minutes late trying to enter the space.
Yeah, sorry about any problems you had. The videos will all be posted on YouTube soon. I don't know the exact dates for that. Maybe someone in the room knows. But they will be posted on YouTube soon. So keep an eye on the Mixtral developer channel, which is where we post all our videos. Yeah, we don't have the link yet because the videos haven't been posted, but that should be soon. So thanks, Amsu, and sorry for the issues joining. The next one is Charles Fai. I'm gonna put Charles Fai. Oh, Linda's saying a couple of weeks. So thanks, Linda. So the official information is gonna be a couple of weeks, but I'm sure you can be patient here. Charles.
Yeah, thank you guys for putting this together. I think it's really exciting to have a 3D native design tool. What I think is great about a lot of the 2D design tools is it's very easy to create design systems full of reusable components, maybe with some basic rules through like styles, classes, like groups or similar. So that makes prototyping much faster with an established design system. Does Maquette approach this need at all?
So I don't know much about like the thinking about Maquette. I don't work on the Maquette project. So in like right now, I don't really have a good answer for that. But I'll tell you that Maquette is really fun to use, and it's definitely helpful to like because you can create components and share components with your team. You can create a design system for 3D as well, which is really cool. Like that's something Maquette is very unique, that it allows you to share the components you created and the scenes with other people on your team. So you can kind of start creating your own design system inside Maquette for your 3D design there. Does that kind of answer your question, Charles, or do you want to come back when Ricardo's back?
That answers part of my question. It would be great to forward the feedback to Ricardo, though, if you could. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll let Ricardo know, and I hope he will be coming back soon. I'll leave you on the queue, though, so we put you back. The next person is going to be Time Sent. I'm going to put Time Sent on air. Come over to the sides here. I believe I can see Time Sent. Yes. Hey, how's it going? Can't hear you. Make sure you unmute yourself. Nope.
Hello? Can you?
Oh, hello there. Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm back. Hey. Sorry,
Yes.
Sorry for this, guys. I fell and I don't know what was going on. Sorry.
No worries. I hope you're okay. What's your question? Time Sent? We stopped hearing you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, this is really cool. And then and then in terms of prototyping, I'm curious to see like, so right now what we're doing is all like, sort of like scene by scene or like frame by frame. I'm curious to see if there's any like features was to like prototype interactions.
Yeah, this is something that we are also working on. This is actually on the works, and hopefully in a few months we will have this kind of like a more interactive approach on Maquette. So you won't be able just to add scenes, but also like jump between scenes, or even add certain behaviors to your objects and your things, and you will be able to create an actual interactive on Mac directly. That's for sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Amazing. So we have a couple of people here that were waiting when you were out, so I'm going to put them back. First one's going to be Michael. So Michael, if you want to get a question to ask it again, but not to Ricardo. That's going to be great. So that's Michael on the side over here.
Yep. Hi there. Yeah, so thanks for the great presentation. I was asking whether it's possible to simulate additive rendering like we have on HoloLens 2, for instance, because countless times I've had designers send me some designs, some UI designs for HoloLens with black backgrounds, and I had to tell them, well, black doesn't render on HoloLens because it has an additive display. So is this possible to simulate also?
Absolutely, yeah. It's actually in the video, but sadly you can simulate it inside VR, but it doesn't show up on the PC screen. So that's why it's not in the video. But yeah, totally. Like when you activate the AR simulation, that is exactly what you get. You get the environment, like you can see the environment that is like the real life, and all your AR stuff. So all your UI or whatever you put in the AR layer, it will just look in additive space. So you will see your app as you were looking at in a HoloLens. That was the whole point of the AR simulation. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Very cool. The next one that also bringing back from a previous question is Charles Phillips. I'm going to put Charles back on. Hey, Charles. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks again. Hi, Ricardo.
Hi there.
I just think it's great. We have a 3D native tool I was saying earlier for design. But what's great about 2D design tools that I'm familiar with, it's very easy to create design systems, like reusable components, maybe through styles, classes, groups, something like that, which can make prototyping really fast once you have a system already in place. Does Maquette have any features or looking at that at all?
Yeah, this is something that I've been personally pushing for inside of the team. And again, this is something that we have in mind. We are working on it, but these kind of features, it will take a bit longer, but it's in the roadmap. It's totally in the roadmap to have this kind of stuff as you have it in Sketch, where you can create different classes and different templates, and then you can reuse that all over your UI. This is definitely something that we want to include in Maquette. But again, this is complicated, and we have different goals, so we have to make sure that we actually succeed in all these goals. But this is totally one of those, that's for sure. And this is something that I've been personally pushing inside the team, because I understand that this is extremely useful when you're creating a UI. Yes, yeah, it will be there in the future, hopefully.
Awesome. I was actually saying that I have used Maquette for a similar goal, which is like you can always share your components with other people on your team and your objects, so that it's not exactly a replacement for a design system, but it helps a lot because then people can use the same set of objects. It's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are workarounds that you can actually use today in Maquette. We do have like a clipboard where you can save, stuff that you reuse a lot. So you just put it on the snippets, and you can reuse it all over the place, and you can share it with other people if you want. But I think that his question was slightly different. I guess that what you were trying to ask is that if we had this similar feature that they have in Sketch that is, mainly used for UI. But yeah, so again, there are workarounds, but we are working on the proper feature that hopefully will be available at some point in the future.
Yeah. So I'm going to go kind of quick here. Ricardo, I'm going to ask you to go quick because we have 15 people with questions. I really would like to get as many as we can. The next one's going to be Bruno. And again, sorry people that have been waiting for 15 minutes with your hands up, but that's kind of just how it is, A lot of people in front of you. So let's get Bruno on air here. Hey, Bruno.
Hello, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I'm not making her accountable because she
to see the features and follow the development of the product. Do you have a link or something like that for the community to see the product roadmap?
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah.
See, I don't even think that it's not that she's willing to do your work, it's that she does not want me to, she doesn't want my wins to predate or outshine her wins.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's that she doesn't want to do real work, because I think that she actually spends more energy blocking me than she would.
Oh man, where's Marcos?
Yeah, because she sets it up to, oh, I'm not producing, and then and then she allows me to win here and there,